I'm Daniel Molnar, filmmaker, dancer, and artist. Let's listen to what some of the artists have to say who have been through our intensive program about how Momentum Community has helped them express themselves more fully through their art.
I accomplished through Momentum a way to say yes to what bubbles up inside me and these crazy ideas that I have, and that there's something there.
I've accomplished a shit ton. Can I say that?
Me too.
My mom. I've accomplished a shit ton this year. It feels really great. It's really incredible. It's really miraculous.
There was a pretentious air around this word artist and a stuffy academic air. And most of all, I thought an artist was a master of his craft. And what I've learned is that an artist is a student of their craft. And that's something that I will always be. I will always be a student of my craft, whether it's lasers, dancing, wood engraving, whatever it may be, I will always be a student.
Well, one of my goals was to create a whole lot of music, and that's what I've done. I've created 10 songs, and it's pretty awesome. I haven't written a full-length song in about 17 years, so clearly the structure and the support, the accountability and the fun of the group has made a huge difference in my ability to connect with my creative self.
I think I grew up in a way of being small, unseen. That was a way of creating safety in my life. And through owning myself as artist, I've owned my voice.
My original intent for participating in Momentum was to create art. And I've been stuck the past few years in trying to create art, almost creating art, kind of creating art. And I thought that Momentum would be a great way to kick my own ass and get going with it. First, I learned that Momentum was much more than about creating art. So I got a lot more than I bargained for.
There probably are 15 or 20 even pieces that I've finished over the year. That feels really great. So there's a body of work now that I have of pieces that I've completed with my writing.
What I'm taking away with me is an actual clear way for clients to approach me, a real product that I can talk about and sell. That is true to, that's economically feasible, true to myself, and real actual pursuing my dream. And it is, my life is my dream now. Thank you.
I've gone to places I would not have guessed I would have arrived at that are more risky and edgy for me than I probably would have ever done if I was just sitting here in my home by myself.
I wanted to get a sense of ease and command over my craft and my art of songwriting, and really work on a unified piece for a long period of time. And there's no other way I could think of doing it.
It got me into gear to actually have this thing which I can show, which 6 months later, there are actually hundreds and thousands of people looking at the website, which is amazing to me. And they're reading my blog posts, and they know that I have a book coming out to be finished at the end of this project.
The goals that I'm setting are mostly around actually the sort of external and sharing pieces of my work, having the confidence and the centeredness and certainty that, yes, the world needs my art.
This is a great way for me to meet people and interact, and at the same time work on my play and work on my dream of creating a rock opera, something that I've dreamed since I was a kid,
Well, it feels great to think of myself as an artist. I never really thought of myself as an artist before Momentum. I always enjoyed designing things and making things, but I didn't really get serious about it until Momentum.
Results-wise, I have results that I'm certain I would never have had without doing it. On a personal level, oh my goodness, Momentum has provided me the opportunity to shift in so many ways. It's challenged me. It's pushed my edges in my own person for who I am in a variety of ways, not just about the art.
So I've been wanting to use my voice and be in a band for a long time, and it was the Momentum Project called me so I could have like a structure to do that, and actually someone that calls me on it, and people around me that support me in my journey. And basically, yeah, to have a structure and a little kick in the butt to actually make it happen every single week.
The goal setting and having a buddy each week that checks in with me and I check in with them, it's very helpful to keep me moving and help me accountable to what I want to be putting out into the world. I love having a community of artists and creative folks in my life.
I feel like Momentum has allowed me to start a project that I've always dreamed of doing. And with the support of community and with the support of you and Todd as coaches, I feel like I've been able to rise to the occasion to actually manifest that dream and really do it.
I have made a lot of things that I really like and that other people seem to really like. People have actually bought some of my things, which makes me feel wonderful.
I love being able to see the magic of what comes out of me that I had no idea was going to emerge. So I love that sense of being connected to something more on a spirit level, because I feel like there's magic that happens.
And I've made these new connections with these wonderful, marvelous other artists. The fact that I'm even able to call myself an artist, for example, that's a big one.
And what it's done for me, it not only has done that, but just inspired me on all levels to become more creative. And that will stay with me for the rest of my life.
And it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. For many years, I've been wanting to have a more creative outlet to make art, and I just never felt like I had the time. I never made the time for it.
Just recognizing the hugeness of what can happen as an artist when I commit to it and have support. And the ricochet effect of everyone in our group doing that together, it's pretty awesome.
A year or so before she died, my mom told me that she'd always wanted to paint, and she had never painted. And that just made me feel so sad. And I didn't want to end up at the end of my life regretting that I hadn't tried.
Present to a lot of gratitude for this year and the journey, and for you and for Todd and for all of my fellow artists. It's been really, really amazing grateful to myself.
It's never too late for me to do my art, especially a musician. You know, I can play into my 80s or 90s or whatever. Tony Bennett is in his 80s and still performing around the world. So here I am, 55. Hey, I'm going for it. Everybody, I'm going for it.